The American Civil Liberties Union filing a lawsuit against Indiana Governor Mike Pence. The ACLU challenging his efforts to block Syrian refugees from settling within his state's borders. Pence's office responded with this statement saying, quote, Indiana will not reverse course until the administration and Congress take action to pause this program and implement measures necessary to address security gaps acknowledged by the FBI and Department of Homeland Security. And that Muslim student who was arrested over a homemade clock that was mistaken for a bomb in his school is now seeking $15 million in damages from Texas officials in letters to the school in Irving and the school district there. Attorneys saying the ninth grader was wrongfully arrested, illegally detained, questioned without his parents, and the list, as you might guess, goes on. Joining us now, two of the best attorneys in the business, Fox News legal analyst Lee Sweel, defense attorney Rebecca Rose Woodland. Rebecca, let's start first with the ACLU in Indiana. Where do they get the standing? I understand if the federal government were to sue, if they were to seek an injunction, whatever. What in the world gives the ACLU any standing?
Well, here the ACLU is representing a group of people that places the Syrian refugees, and they're saying they are unable now to place these refugees because the governor has halted all the activity within the state, along with other governors.
Because of public safety issues.
Yes, the governor is very concerned with public safety, as are 18 other governors in other states. 30 others have taken positions. 33. Right. So we do have a lot of action on this issue, and I think it's something that Obama needs to address.
I think we roll it back.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to the ACLU.
Okay.
I don't. Where does the ACLU get off suing somebody? Where do they get their standing?
Well,
I don't get it.
They're representing a group of people,
the people are under the control of the federal government.
Under the Refugee Act of 1980, governors cannot legally block refugees. Now, what they're trying to bring up here is they're saying we're trying to kind of circumvent this, saying there's a public safety issue that trumps this 1980 Act. That's where the legalities are really going to come head to head.
Yeah, they can't roll back states' rights under the Constitution.
Well, they already did in 1980.
No, they passed the law.
Right.
That doesn't mean it will be upheld by the Supreme Court, does it?
Well,
has it been challenged?
Well, here's the challenge. This is what we're looking at now, but we've got refugees who have nowhere to be placed. So there's an issue that I think is even more pressing than waiting for the Supreme Court. It's the Obama administration needs to take action and really be effective.
Do they go to a state that's not, blocking this? I don't know. That doesn't seem fair either.
Yeah, well, as usual, Obama creates these situations, doesn't he? This president, you have to ask yourself at the end of the day, who in the dickens is he working for?
I know, it's bizarre.
I mean
that in the nicest way possible.
I mean, you have to address the issue now.
If the consequence of what he does
causes these issues,
conflict and nonsense.
Oh, God forbid causes some sort of terrorist action, because the concern is that the refugees coming in might be posing as refugees but actually are terrorists.
And we don't have enough.
Well, I do want the ACLU to start representing all of the people who've lost jobs because of illegal immigration, outsourcing of jobs. I mean, if they're going to take up a body that is not being represented, why don't they represent the whole damn middle class? Because they can't get representation.
How long do you want to wait for that, Luke?
Well, I want it right away.
Well,
I think that's going to be.
Oh, you're not saying this is an ideological battle, are you?
Holding off on your turkey for that one.
Wasn't that Obama's answer? Wasn't he the answer to the middle class?
I'm just hoping for a little change. That's
there we go. There we go.
This is the clock kid is in Qatar. He's with his family. Everybody's doing great. They're having fun. They're in a nice, warm, fuzzy Islamic place. And now they want $15 million from the poor folks in Dallas.
Wow.
Well, the detention really was horrible. I mean, he was detained for hours at the school. Yes, and he was told that he had to confess or that he would be expelled. You're talking about a kid here.
An underage
child. The parents weren't called. There is liability. 15 million's no. 15 million.
There is liability. There is a false arrest and false imprisonment.
They're going to get their butts kicked too. All right. The second part of it is, if my kid takes that contraption to school and doesn't think it's going to create some sort of sensation,
wait a minute. But this is the problem. Those teachers knew this child.
It's not the first time he did this little darling.
But it's not a bomb. It wasn't a bomb.
I didn't say it was a bomb.
He
What the hell was it?
You know what? If it was
the biggest, our clock's supposed to be miniaturized.
He's a scientist.
Yeah.
He's a scientist. Puts all those wires together, things go tick, 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 and now he's a scientist.
The other thing is if they hadn't done something with them and it was a bomb.
That's right. Yeah, well, then
other people
be
the other liability.
for more money.
No attorney.
But $50 million is not going to get that.
Think about it. We got business for you with the middle class. Lisa Wheel, thank you very much.
You got it.
Rebecca Rose Woodland, thank you.
Thank you.
In our online poll, 85% of you say you don't think there's any way a Republican can win next year if the Republican elites establishment force Trump to run as an independent. That's substantial. That's it for us tonight. Major General Bob Scales among my guests tomorrow. Good night from New York.